The following program is a production of Pioneer Public Television.
Welcome to the Great Minnesota Get-Together. We're here again this year to explore all things 4-H. I hope you'll join us for a little 4-H fun, and who knows, you might even learn something along the way. So grab your 4-H green and let's go.
4-H at the Minnesota State Fair is made possible through the generous financial support of the CHS Foundation, the major giving entity of CHS Incorporated, a leading global agribusiness owned by farmers, ranchers, and cooperatives across the United States. Minnesota Farmers Union, standing for agriculture, fighting for farmers, on the web at mfu.org. Minnesota Corn Growers Association, since 1978, dedicated to identifying and promoting opportunities for Minnesota corn farmers while enhancing the quality of life. For nearly 90 years, Minnesota Farm Bureau has been working to preserve, promote, and strengthen American agriculture and share in the vision of strength and vitality for our communities. Additional support provided by Minnesota soybean farmers and their checkoff, proud to support the development of tomorrow's ag leaders who help produce safe, healthy, and affordable food while protecting the state's natural resources.
The fairgrounds are filled with fans of the green clover, and if you don't know about 4-H when you arrived, you certainly will when you leave. A trip around the grounds will show you how 4-H keeps its roots in agriculture growing strong, but over the last century has branched out into cutting-edge topics that affect all of us. Subjects like technology, nutrition, environmental stewardship, and community service, just to name a few. I'd like to introduce you to Kate Harrington. This girl is what 4-H is all about.
We're here behind the barns with Kate Harrington, and you just had your lamb lead interview. It's interesting. It's a whole interesting process. Can you tell everybody a little bit more about the lamb lead?
Well, the lamb lead is designed to kind of explain to the public about how a sheep goes into a wool garment, and we go through an interview process and judging to make that happen.
So the interview process is about knowledge, about your leadership. What is that about?
The interview is about your knowledge of the lamb and the wool industry and how you participate and engage yourself in that.
I have a couple symbols on my phone here. Trying to use technology here. What does this symbol stand for when you see it in the industry?
That is the American wool symbol.
Okay. And what about this one?
That's the wool mark.
Okay. And what does it stand for?
It means that the product is all wool.
Right. Good job. And okay, so this here you can't really see it real well, but this is wool.
And how long have you been doing the lamb lead?
I've been in lamb lead for 9 years.
Wow. Wow. How many state fair trips have you gotten?
This is my 5th
Okay.
year.
Very cool. And speaking of things that you do at the state fair, I see that you're also a Minnesota State 4-H ambassador.
Yes.
Can you tell us about that process? I know it's a killer process, and it's amazing that you've been chosen, so congratulations. It's such a huge honor.
Thank you.
Tell us more about that.
We go through an interview process in May to be chosen, and then we go through orientation and start here at the State Fair as the beginning of our year and do different leadership opportunities and retreats. We're chosen all around the state of Minnesota to represent 4-H youth.
Very cool. And about 20 years ago, I was sitting in your shoes showing dairy cattle, being a state 4-H ambassador, and I can't even put into words how 4-H has changed my life. So I'm hoping you can put into words what 4-H has done for you. I'm assuming it's changed things.
Yes, it has. I mean, it's given me so many different opportunities to grow and learn and become a better leader and a person.
So as a state 4-H ambassador, if there are kids out there 4-H age, what would be the one thing you would say about 4-H?
Definitely just to get involved. I mean, there's so many opportunities to do really anything that you want. The sky's the limit.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much. Congratulations on being here. Congratulations on being a state ambassador. We look forward to seeing you work your magic up at the building in a little bit.
Thank you, yes.
Thanks, Kate.
4-H reaches out to youth. ages kindergarten through 1 year past high school. It's a free program publicly funded through the University of Minnesota Extension. At the fair, current 4-H leaders spread the word, educating fairgoers all about 4-H. Last year, more than 71,000 kids participated in the program.
Do you know what 4-H is? No. 4-H is a youth program, so it's just for kids. And then you can do projects, and you can go to camp, and you can go to club meetings and do all sorts of fun activities.
Is it like an overnight club?
No, you can be in it all year round. And then they meet whenever the club wants to.
4-Hers can truly do what they love. If you like the arts, you can be part of Arts In, a performance put on by 4-Hers at the fair from across the state. From the band to choreographers, this group is all powered by 4-Hers. This year, we had 295 youth participating. If you're an adult, there's plenty of room for you, too. Leadership training, national conferences, and local volunteer opportunities just might change you in ways you never expect. Getting active in your community not only betters your neighbors, but it changes you in profound ways. Research shows us that youth who participate in the 4-H program are more likely to contribute to their communities than those involved in any other youth program. Kendra Davis of Freeborn County is a Minnesota Livestock Breeders Association scholarship winner this year. She shares with us how 4-H is a community in itself that uses mentors of all ages to shape our leaders of tomorrow.
And we're here with Kendra Davis and her heifer,
Vixen,
who is being a little squirrely today, but let's see if she'll work with us.
Yeah.
And we're here to talk a little bit about your 4-H experience. You grew up on a farm, a beef farm, with your family.
Yep.
And I want to know a little bit more about that.
Well, my family started raising beef cattle when I was probably about 7 or 8 years old. We purchased a couple crossbred cattle. We had dairy cows before that, but we just decided to switch over.
That's okay. Let her walk. Let her walk. And maybe could you tell everybody why she's a little
she's
out
never
of
been
sorts?
to state fair before, and everything's just new to her. So she's a little excited and nervous at the same time, and it's just all new experiences and horses and sheep and everything. We don't have that at home, so she just doesn't know what's going on.
So this is the first time looking at different animals.
Yeah, pretty much. And there's a nice horse right outside there.
And
so.
I see you're being very patient with her.
You have to be patient with her. She's just, that's Vixen.
Well, I think that's probably all animals, actually. So you're doing a great job with her.
Thank you.
But back to your family. Tell us a little bit more about the teamwork aspect of growing up.
Well, it's my mom, my dad, and my older sister, Randine, and I. And
Okay.
we just, now we are up to about 35 cattle, and we all work together to make sure the chores get done at night and make sure calving and everything goes well. And we just, the showing aspect of it, too, is we all work together, and usually we're all at shows together. And
So you all sort of taught each other how to show
exactly.
as growing
And we
up.
kind of had to learn ourselves, too, because we did dairy, so we didn't know much about beef, and we kind of learned from other 4-Hers as well,
Okay.
which was nice to have them to help us. And
Nice.
older 4-Hers, and I guess all 4-Hers are really good about telling each other and helping each other and just teaching each other new things.
So good. So just sharing the knowledge and helping the young ones grow.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. So what other kinds of things do you do in 4-H?
I was president of my club for 2 years, and I was also secretary for a year.
Okay.
I mentor or tutor a little girl who shows for us.
Oh, very
And
cool.
So she likes to show little calves and everything, so I help her with that every year. And
So as a mentor to someone younger, what's been the most rewarding experience?
watching her learn and
Watching
watching her
her
grow. It's just fun because she loves animals as much as I do, and it's just hard because they don't have room for cattle where they live. So
Yeah.
it's really rewarding for me to see her just like to do the project, and even though she might not do as well in the show ring and everything, she just likes to be out there, and I think that's the best part for me.
Do you think it's something that she'll maybe clamp onto and maybe?
I'm hoping so,
grow
because once
into?
I'm done, I kind of want someone to be there so I can help them at least.
Because you're the youngest in your family,
Yep,
right?
I'm the youngest.
And so then the animals will be there ready to show that know
yep,
to show.
exactly.
Very cool. So you talked a lot about mentoring, about teamwork, about leadership. Is there one thing? Can you capsulize how 4-H has changed your life?
I honestly don't think I would be the person I am today without 4-H. I think that if I wasn't in 4-H, I think that there would honestly be a little part of me missing, because I don't think that, I don't know, I just think that if I didn't show cattle and everything, I think that I'd just have a big hole in my life, and I really wouldn't know what to do with myself, I don't think, because I never really showed until I got into 4-H, and
Okay,
so
very cool.
it's just helped me learn to be a good leader, and it's helped me to meet with other people. And we do Shorthorn Junior National, so we go all over the country showing, and
Cool.
so it's really helped me build friendships across the nation.
Very nice. And one of the big things that you're here for. Thank you, Vixen. You're here. You also competed for a scholarship,
Yes.
livestock scholarship,
Yep.
which you won.
Thank you.
Congratulations! And
Thank you very much.
And where do you plan on using that
I
scholarship?
am going to South Dakota State University in Brookings
Okay.
to study animal science.
Great. So you're actually going to continue this through your life.
I'm
You're
actually
gonna-
leaving tomorrow morning,
Oh. Well, good for you. Good for you. 8 o'clock comes early, but
so 8 o'clock comes very early.
very good. Well, thanks so much for being here with us.
Thank you
And
very much.
I see your dad is next door, so we're going to get him involved here a little bit too.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Will you open that gate?
Kendra hit on a great topic, family. Family cohesiveness tends to be one of the many positive results from completing a 4-H project. So many kids across the country play team sports, which encourage teamwork amongst peers, but no other organization encourages teamwork and personal growth with peers and their family. The deeper you dive into 4-H, the deeper the family bond. The Princess K of the Milky Way program is supported by our dairy producers, and this year boasts 60 years of the buttery success. Princess K has the important role of being the goodwill ambassador for the dairy industry, educating consumers and children about the importance of dairy in your diet. Typically, the lucky lady selected from hundreds is a hardworking 4-H'er. She already has the confidence, poise, and knows how to communicate, making a 4-H'er a perfect choice for this prestigious role. Nearly 6,000 youth exhibited at the State Fair this year. There were nearly 3,000 exhibits in the 4-H building this year. Nearly 3,000 animals were shown at the State Fair this year. There were more than 30,000 meals served to 4-H youth and staff at the Minnesota State Fair. And this year we boasted more than 320,000 visitors that walked through the 4-H building. That means that 1 in 5 people who attended the State Fair came to see us. .4-H uses a unique learn-by-doing youth development model, which allows youth to design and participate in their own programs and activities, reflect on the process, draw conclusions, and relate the learning to future experiences in their lives. This process helps youth develop essential transferable life skills they'll need throughout their lives, such as problem-solving, decision-making, coping, communicating and responding to the needs of others. With obesity being an epidemic in our country, once again 4-H has accepted the challenge to teach our youth the life skills they need to make good decisions for their health. With competitive cooking shows like Iron Chef being all the rage, 4-H has adapted the idea as a teaching tool with Chef for a Day. With chefs volunteering their time to teach, youth learn how to combine flavors and prepare a health-conscious dish.
Chef Robert Morris, and he was our chef judge, right? Today
yes.
For Chef for a Day.
Yes.
And we were watching some of the interaction going on a little bit earlier. Tell me a little bit about your role in this contest.
Well, my role is to teach the kids how to do proper knife skills,
Okay.
Sanitation, washing hands, and being creative the best way they can.
Okay, so how was the creativity today?
Pretty good.
Was it?
It might put me out of business pretty soon. Though, so.
How was the taste?
Good.
Was
good.
it?
Yeah. Good.
So they had 2 items that they brought.
Yep.
And then you supplied everything else?
Yeah, the protein and the vegetables.
Okay.
Today we pre-cut vegetables upstairs, so they can bring them down with them. Whether they wanted carrots or tomatoes or onions, stuff like that. And then we had more vegetables down here, kale and romaine and stuff that's earthy and healthy for you. So.
Okay, so I hear that this is one of your first interactions with 4-H.
Yes.
Is what you were telling me?
Yes.
So tell me a little bit more about how maybe this could help these guys become a chef. You said it's been your goal since you were 5.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I talked to some other kids, and some of them were, yeah, I want to be a chef. Some was like, I used to want to be a chef, but there's always that one impact that you have from a person that will get you rolling. So.
Sometimes you just need that little extra push, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for doing that.
You're
Thanks
welcome.
for volunteering with 4-H, and it was great to talk to you today.
Thank you.
We hope you'll come back.
Thanks, I will.
Thanks.
All right, you put it down there. Who's gonna talk? You can tell me what your county you're from and what's your life. Do any of you cook at home? You do? You do sometimes?
Master griller.
Do you cook at home?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. I can tell you're a master griller. You're gonna be good. So, what kind of nutrients are in this dish? As far as vegetables and what did you? Last but not least, what did you learn about working as a team together? Because I saw some of you guys actually. I saw you tasting the sauce to make sure it was okay. It is. All right, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Good job.
In 4-H, youth are given a chance to try new things, develop skills early, and most importantly, learn all about themselves. It's this exposure that helps them think about their future, what they like, what they're good at, and the person they could become if they applied themselves.
We're here in the dairy barn with Matt Hansen. He's here with his Ayrshire heifer. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and her?
I'm Matthew Hansen. I'm from Goodrich, Minnesota, way up north. This is my summer yearling that I am showing this year at the Minnesota State Fair.
Okay, so what city are you from?
What's that?
What city are you from?
Goodrich.
Goodrich. Okay, all right. So how long have you been showing cattle?
Pretty much my whole life, ever since I was able to join 4-H, I've been showing cattle at our county fair, and ever since I was able to come to the state fair, I've been bringing one every year.
Okay, so what's been the best part about your dairy project and 4-H itself?
Just meeting other people in the dairy industry, learning more about animals, how to prep them and get them ready for the show, and just the science of the dairy industry itself.
So tell me about the club that you're in. You're in a 4-H club back home.
Yep, Highlandic 4-H Club.
Okay, now are there other folks that are in the dairy industry, or the dairy project in your club? Or
Unfortunately, no. We're a pretty small county, not a whole lot of dairy left up in our area, but the ones that are there are very good animals.
Okay, very cool. So can you tell me a little bit more about the other things that you're involved with leadership?
Right now I'm a sophomore at the University of Minnesota. I am a member of Alpha Gamma Rho fraternity, where I take part in stuff like that.
Very cool. So what do you plan to do then with the rest of your life? Being that you're a sophomore in college, you haven't figured out yet?
Right now I'm majoring in animal science, dairy production. Hopefully maybe go back to the farm one day and hopefully take over from my parents and expand the dairy farm and make it really good one day.
Great. So with all the things you've learned in 4-H, what's been most instrumental, do you think, in helping you progress and walk into your future?
Well, doing things by myself, making me learn by my own, learning how to do things by myself and not having other people help me a whole lot, but then again, learning from other people and meeting other people and learning from them as well.
She's so sweet, isn't she?
Yeah.
She's a lover. You've been showing her for a long time, huh?
Actually, no, the first year.
Really?
Yeah.
You gotta be kidding me.
No.
And she's like this?
Yeah. She's come from a pretty calm family, so that helps. And of course, baby them every day, that helps a lot.
Yeah. How many do you guys milk?
Right now we're milking 46.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, that helps too.
Yep.
Small dairy. She's so cute, isn't she?
Yeah. Can be a brat sometimes if she really wants to be.
Well, they're spoiled. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
So cute. Look at this, she's just hanging out. Cool. Thank you so much, Brad.
No problem.
She is so
The 4 petals of the 4-leaf clover represent hands, heart, head, and health. I pledge my head to clear thinking, my heart to greater loyalty, my hands to larger service, and my health to better living for my family, my club, my country, and my world. The top 10 most popular projects this past year in the 4-H program include number 1, photography, 2 was arts and crafts, 3 was food and nutrition, 4 was shop, wood and metal, 5 was clothing and textiles, 6 was self-determined, 7 was flower gardening, 8 was clover buds, 9 was vegetable gardening, and we round out the top 10 with horse. In the photography project, you'll learn about everything from equipment basics to taking sharper pictures to different photography techniques. Plus, learn how to evaluate photos and maybe even become a pro. In the Crafts and Fine Arts project, you'll develop skills, techniques, and tools in drawing, painting, sculpting, printing, fiber arts, or graphic design. Let your imagination run wild and express yourself creatively while you strengthen your skills. In the Food and Nutrition project, you'll discover how to pick healthy foods, prepare nutritious meals, learn all about food safety, and how to make smart food choices. In the Shop project, you'll learn skills woodworkers use, such as measuring, squaring, and cutting a board, sanding, drilling, and driving nails. Make your own exhibit and your own creation. In the Clothing and Textiles project, you learn the basics of sewing, construction, and how to make simple clothing and accessories. Plus, learn about careers in fashion and textile industries. The Self-Determined project is unique. If you can't find a single project that's quite right for you, you develop your own. Be your own researcher, your own scientist, your own artist, communicator, and evaluator. The Flower Gardening project is fun too. You'll learn all about annuals, biennials, and perennials. All the basics of gardening, plus you can plant flowers, create arrangements, or explore flowers through a science project. The Clover Buds project is a popular one because it's for our younger members ages K through 2. 4-H Clover Buds do the same projects as their older 4-Hers, but in a way that's appropriate to their age. They explore and learn about the world by doing fun activities of their own choice, of course with the guidance of parents or other helpful adults. In the Vegetable Gardening project, you'll discover how to plant, water, fertilize, and manage weeds, insects, and disease in your own vegetable garden. Plus, you'll also explore plant genetics and other cool careers with plants. Number 10 is the Horse project. You learn about show, trail, and endurance riding, or test your horse sense at quiz bowls or on judging teams or horse study science. If you don't have access to a horse, you may enroll in the Horseless Horse project too.
Not as much fun. All 3 cups in the air, back into my hand. Yeah. I lay blame wherever I can.
At the fair, you see lots of unusual things, from sword swallowers to deep-fried Oreos. The fair has lots to spark the imagination. Let's take a look at a once-in-a-lifetime creation.
I really want to find out a little bit more about what's going on here. So could you tell us what happened here? This is quite a hybrid.
Well, we took a Kawasaki motorcycle front end, chopped it off, and took a John Deere. The motorcycle's from the 1980s.
Okay.
And the John Deere's from the 1960s.
Wow.
And it's a functioning lawnmower.
It's a mowing motorcycle. Is really what's going
yes.
on here.
Mm-hmm.
So how is it easy to steer?
Oh yeah, it actually steers better than with the 2 wheels.
Really?
Yeah.
So, but you obviously made your own handlebars.
Yeah.
So how did you figure all that out?
Trial and error.
Trial and error. Okay.
45 degrees would have been too much at an angle, and 98 obviously was too much too, and we couldn't get past that because the one that I seen they got the idea from was a chopper style bike.
Okay.
So the handlebars are straight.
Okay.
So I think this kind of adds a little bit more character to it.
Okay. Do you watch any of the motorcycle shows that sort of gave you the flavor here?
Not really.
No, not really. You just thought of this yourself.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah. Did a little research. I wanted a project to do.
Very cool. Yeah, so you really stepped it up.
Oh, yeah,
you really stepped it up this year. You were telling me that you used to do boat motors.
Yes, antique boat motors.
Okay. So with this guy then, how in the world, being that it's a functioning lawnmower, how did you get your parents to agree to let you cut apart the lawnmower?
We had an old lawnmower in the yard, and I tried to fix it up. I couldn't get it. It's got a new starter, new spark plugs, we changed the carburetor.
Okay. So instead you said, let's cut it in half and attach it to a motorcycle.
Well, actually we traded it for the John Deere.
Really? Okay, so how much did you pay for all of this? Just out of curiosity. You don't mind me asking.
The total cost is about $306.
$306.
So it's relatively cheap.
Yeah, it is.
The bike was only $100.
Really?
This unique project shows the endless possibilities available in 4-H. 4-H encourages creativity. If you can think of it, you can do it. And even better, learn from it. As every 4-H'er knows, we live our motto, learn by doing.
Thanks so much for joining us at the Minnesota State Fair. I hope you've had as much fun as I have learning more about the 4-H program, and I hope that you'll join us all year round. This is just the beginning. If you'd like to join 4-H, please stop by your local extension office and talk to an agent there, or check us out online or like us on Facebook. Again, thanks so much for joining us, and see you here again next year at the Minnesota State Fair.
.4-H at the Minnesota State Fair is made possible through the generous financial support of the CHS Foundation, the major giving entity of CHS Incorporated, a leading global agribusiness owned by farmers, ranchers, and cooperatives across the United States. Minnesota Farmers Union, standing for agriculture, fighting for farmers, on the web at mfu.org. Minnesota Corn Growers Association, since 1978, dedicated to identifying and promoting opportunities for Minnesota corn farmers while enhancing the quality of life. For nearly 90 years, Minnesota Farm Bureau has been working to preserve, promote, and strengthen American agriculture and share in the vision of strength and vitality for our communities. Additional support provided by Minnesota soybean farmers and their checkoff, proud to support the development of tomorrow's ag leaders who help produce safe, healthy, and affordable food while protecting the state's natural resources. 4-H at the Minnesota State Fair has been a production of Pioneer Public Television. If you would like to own a DVD copy of this production, call during business hours with your credit card, or you can send your check to Pioneer Public Television.